Government has distributed keys for new homes to public servants. This was part of their 5% industrial agreement negotiated between the PSA and the CPO last year. On hand to give out the keys was Housing Minister Dr. Rudal Munilal, who praised PSA President Watson Duke for securing homes for public servants. Charlene Lewis reports.
Other trade unions have negotiated for their members to receive homes, but so far they've been unsuccessful. Minister of Housing Dr. Rudal Munilal made the comment when he spoke candidly of the other trade unions that have failed to achieve the objective of obtaining HDC homes thus far. At the ceremony, Munilal presented keys to public servants who would now be able to move into their homes. They were the second set of beneficiaries of the Memorandum of Understanding signed between the PSA and the Housing Development Corporation.
Many trade union leaders have been in touch with us and has asked for a similar facility. Regrettably, we cannot at times facilitate that because we do not have such arrangements in place with those unions. So whereas all citizens, regardless of their trade union, are entitled and do get support, the only union that gets this institutionalized support is the Public Service Association.
Dr. Munilal noted that Mr. Duke has been one of the trade union leaders that has successfully negotiated for the PSA members.
Other unions today look on and they're jealous the PSA. They envy Mr. Duke because of these functions. To them, all I have to say is that if they can get themselves in a position where they can negotiate and arrive at these arrangements, we'll be happy to facilitate.
Mr. Duke stated that the relationship between the PSA and the Ministry of Housing will be a fruitful one. He noted that a collaborative relationship will be formed between both parties where public officers will be able to access land in order to build their own homes.
And just if you think that maybe the lands that they are offering is too little, we are also looking to acquire lands. We want to buy acreage of lands in different parts of the country, perhaps lease them if possible. And by doing that, we would be able to develop the kind of community that we have all dreamed of. I believe in the public service, there are different categories of workers, and if we could put our heads together, we could indeed govern ourselves in a way that we all benefit.
Dr. Munilal said a third presentation will occur in 2013 where members of the PSA will receive more homes. Charlene Lewis, C News.
So glad you can join us. Welcome to the C Sport Report, where the moving truck might soon be headed to Stoke. All this as Trinidad and Tobago football star Kenwyne Jones has sent a broad hint of his intention, that's to seek employment away from Stoke City next year. Jones said he couldn't give a definitive word on if he still will be a Stoke player next season because of a lack of opportunities. Jones netted his first goal in 27 Premier League appearances when he headed home against Everton, but pointed out that critics have overlooked the true picture as his team doesn't create that many scoring chances. The 28-year-old only started 11 of 27 appearances since scoring at Norwich in August last year. The Burley player also netted 4 goals in 10 Europa League appearances last season and believes that he contributes massively to the team even when he isn't scoring. Well, Jones started the last 3 league games, keeping the injured Peter Crouch on the bench. The 2006 World Cup player also admitted that he isn't distracted by either rave reviews or harsh criticism from the sidelines, adding that fans want you today, but not always tomorrow. The former TNT captain will be hoping to get a call-up to the TNT squad, which recently qualified for the CONCACAF Gold Cup.